okay, well, how much more do we need, right? At what point is enough enough?
Right.
And again, I'm not saying that, oh, well, it's got to be 2 times your body weight. But at some point, there's going to be a point where it no longer shows
right
continued growth on the field.
Right. How strong is strong enough? Yeah.
Yeah, and at that point, what's a 600-pound squat going to do for me?
Right.
You know, you might see continued growth, but if it doesn't transfer out onto that field and we're impacting performance, that's my job title.
Right.
I'm director of sports performance,
right.
coordinator of sports performance. And that's what I need to impact the most.
Right.
So we need to have measurements, performance measurements on the field that help enable us to see where we are. And I think that might be more important than where we top out in the weight room.
Right.
Because we may not be topped out in terms of our progression, but we're at optimal performance on the, in terms of transfer on the field at that point. So that kind of
there's right, and there's there's the how strong is strong enough, kind of classic debate in strength conditioning, and then there's the fact that just people want to do what they like doing and what they're good at. So if an athlete's really good in the weight room, they feel like they're the king in the weight room, so they're going to keep coming in and they're going to just be doing that, but they're putting all their eggs in that basket and they can't play their sport. And I've seen this time and again. I mean, one of the strongest athletes that I've seen in the sport of ultimate, he's evolved since then, but he was so stapled into these just traditional patterns of split squat, rear lunge, squat, deadlift, that when he would go out onto the field and try to make a play, he couldn't get his body to go past like the positions that he was so stapled into, so he couldn't stretch out and get that D or sky, and that was a big issue. And it's I've gone through the same thing. When I'm in the weight room, I'm the king. I am directing everybody what to do. Like, I love it, I thrive on it. But then when I go out onto the field, I'm not the best player. I'm not the king out on the field. That was a little bit hard for me at first, but that's how anybody grows. It's the beginner's mindset. You have to constantly challenge yourself and do less of what you're good at and more of what you're not good at. Would you agree with
I would agree, and I think big thing coming out of that is awareness, is understanding where you are.
Right.
A lot of people, they just don't realize, right? They don't step back and take that look. And I think the key factor, and one thing that we're looking with our athletes here, is are you aware of your current position, where you're at?
Right.
What your other teammates think of you, right? And as soon as you start to see this, you have this picture of where you're at. Now you can actually start working in components, right, related to your performance that'll make you the best you could possibly be. And that's what we all want to strive for, is to becoming the best I could possibly be. Now, my best may not be your best, right? But it's the best that I'm capable of becoming. And that stems all the way back from when I was in college myself, is that I want to become the best that I can become, right? And hopefully that inspires, right, through the leadership work, I can inspire others to become great as well.